Okay, today I'm going to show you what I did earlier today. So one of my fans reached out to me on TikTok and asked me if I could come look at his 1929 Model A Ford. He said that they rebuilt the carburetor and it hasn't run right since. So I went to look at it and my friend Tyler filmed. It was only a 30-minute drive out there. It was in Henderson. So I went and worked on it and got it working. And now I will show y'all what I did. Oh, you flooded the carburetor already. So that's, hang on, 1 sec. Do you have any carburetor cleaner by chance?
I got starter fluid.
Yeah, and that turns though too, right?
Yeah, I think
It won't turn.
Yes.
If you have, you say you do have ether?
yes.
If you spray that in there, it might thin that out. So it might help. I mean, this is the needle valve. Why is this not turning, bro? This is the needle valve right here. It's not wanting to turn at all. Let me take the, hang on. Okay, that's not spinning.
What do you think?
What do I think?
What do you think?
I don't know. Why? What do you think? Oh.
I don't even know. What you got there?
This is a needle valve. Here, look. See all that dirtiness? This is the needle valve right here. Okay. Put that back there. If we could spray like some kind of brake cleaner in here, I think that might help it, because there might be some particle of dirt that's settled in there.
So you need some thread to get it out.
Some poop?
Thread?
No, brake cleaner. How did you get thread from that?
I don't know. You said it's like a valve, so I imagine you just put some thread in there and it'll get out the particle. Needle and thread. That's what I was thinking of. He said needle valve.
Okay, this is the idle screw right here. That's what that is. That adjusts your air into there. That definitely needs to be backed out, probably just a tad. No, this is the idle, so this might be fuel adjustment right there, too. Because this is your idle screw right here.
So what got you into all this?
I've always been into like machines and stuff. And like the old stuff. I used to dress in like top hats and stuff when I was 6. So I mean, I've been into it for, I don't even remember. I've just always been for as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I saw your video the other day of cooking on your electric range. Yep. So I wish I knew more about my family's history, but I know before my grandpa passed, he had told me quite a bit. We moved here and we bought this land in 1898, and the original home site is back on the back side of the property. The property's 3 miles deep, and his father was an oven salesman, and he would leave for like a month at a time, and he basically had like a demo model, and so he'd go around.
Little cast iron stoves.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he'd go around and he'd find like a customer. He'd stay the night with them. He'd cook them dinner, and then he'd take it down, and then he'd get a referral from them, like, hey, you should go see so and so down the road. He'd go stay the night with them, and he'd take all his orders, and then he'd go back to the factory and say, hey, I sold this many, and they'd send delivery people out to go deliver all of them. But there's a there's a natural spring. I saw you did your spring video the other day.
Yes.
On the back side of our property, that's where they got their water from. It's still there.
It's the best water.
Yep. As kids, we used to always just go back there and drink out of it. It's pretty cool now. It's probably like a 20-foot ravine down into the ground. Trees all around it.
Is there like a cave there?
Yes, like so where the water runs off. Not big or anything. Yeah. It's not really a cave. We used to call it a cave.
Oh.
It was one of our favorite places on the property to go back there.
Yeah. So does the original home site or the original home still stand?
No. So that home. It was there when I was probably 10. And the oil field came in and tore it down.
Of course.
They tore that down. And then there was also a I don't know if you know what a cheeky pin tree is. But there was a cheeky pin tree on the property. That cheeky pins produce like they look like acorns with like spikes all over them.
Oh, like the gumball things?
No, so it's like those but smaller. But when they're ripe, they hatch. They open up, and there's a nut inside of it. Oh, they were so good. But they built an oil pad right there, and it killed that too.
Freaking oil. You have a screwdriver for that?
Like it?
So I think this is the fuel adjustment screw right here, because this is your idle right here. See that little screw right there on the throttle?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
If you tighten that, it pushes the throttle open, which makes it run which gives it more gas. But while you started and everything, if we can get it to run, I'll adjust the fuel to where it sounds good. Okay, try it one more time. That whistling sound is the carburetor gasket moving. So it's taking in air as well, and that will cause it to do what it's doing basically, because it can't really pull a good vacuum on the intake manifold. So that whistling you're hearing is that occurring. If you spray, do you have this starting fluid? If you spray it around the carburetor gasket and it changes how it sounds, that confirms it's working match prices. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, it's clicking on the right bolt. Did y'all use a new carburetor gasket?
Yeah.
You might just have to tighten that a little bit more.
There.
Sure. Do you have to hold the bolt under there too?
No, it's the bottom's out there.
Okay. Yeah, it's leaking there. You heard it change?
Yep.
It's got to be super tight. I adjusted that too lean, I think.
So we've got adjustment in the needle valve now.
Uh-huh.
I think it was just bottomed out.
Yeah.
Is the reason.
Well, so it was pulling in air, and that over time, like as everything warms up, that's like running with your choke all the way open.
Yeah. So what adjustment? So the adjustment here.
That's just to push and pull because.
No, sideways. Look.
Yeah, the sideways. It looks like it's spinning sideways, but it doesn't do anything when you turn it sideways. Like it's spinning, but it's not meant to do anything.
It doesn't pull that.
No, not like the Model T. Let me adjust this. Okay, try again. Okay, try it one more time. Give it some gas.
I can't help it. What do you want?
So when y'all put the carburetor back on loop, I see what's happening. Every time you hit that gas pedal, it's moving the choke with it. Because look, this is the accelerator right here.
Yep.
This needs to be on the other side of here. We might have to bend this a little bit, but it should be in front of this.
Okay. So we need to.
So we need to disconnect this. It's gonna be hot because. Okay. Oh, here's one. Okay. So I need to disconnect this. Okay, this is not wanting to move, so that's gonna have to. Okay, how are we gonna do this? It would be easier to just. How do I do this? Okay, I gotta get this to the other side. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that. It's gonna be hot. But if the choke could come up, like the whole mechanism, there we go. Okay.
Turn it a little more. Keep going halfway. Half a turn. Quarter turn. Right there. Alright. Alright, now it's off.
Now that might improve things. Okay. left some pliers if you need it. Oh, I have these. What am I doing?
That's it. Such a simple freaking fit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simple machines, but you'll find them on the road then. But you can fix them.
Yep. That's my grandpa said when they took that road trip around Texas. Like they all had toolkit for
Oh,
like
yeah.
gallons of water to
Tweak
pour in
stuff,
there.
yeah. With these, the water pump is up here.
Yeah, I noticed it's leaking a little bit.
You should be.
How did that
That's the grease fitting. That's a that you're supposed to pack that with grease on the thing you're twisting. Yeah, there it is. That's a Zerk grease fitting, actually.
Probably need some grease put in there.
Yeah, I would do that because you don't want those bearings in there going bad. Do you have a grease gun by chance?
Nah, not here. I've got all my tools are on my guys' work trucks.
If I had brought my Buick, I would have had one.
You know, I'll have to get a deal with that. I don't have a fitting for that, so I'll have to get a grease fitting for that.
They the Zerk fittings like they sell in the Harbor Freight, AutoZone, O'Reilly's.
Yeah, and it's got a manifold leak.
Yeah, I saw it. It's up here. It's throwing sparks out right there. But also, over the years, the heat from all that can warp the manifolds. If you need any parts for this, go to SnydersAntiqueAuto.com.
Yeah.
That you could build one from the ground up with their parts. And like, they're cheap parts too. Like one time the exhaust, the whole so from like there to back on my Model T fell off in the road there. Yeah. And I got a new one for $24 on Snyder's. Yeah, but I think that'll fix it. So.
That'll fix it. So that was the wrong side, so it was pulling the choke every time we get gas.
Yep.
Yep.
This looks like an accessory.
Yeah,
it's a horn, right?
It's a horn.
And it works on the manifold vacuum.
Yeah, it's not. I think because of that exhaust leak, it's not working real good right now.
Yeah.
But it's the whistle horn.
Yeah.
Right now I feel.
Yeah, it might because we fixed that problem.
I know you got it. There's a starter plate, don't worry about it. WD-40. You might use it for a while.
Yeah.
Let's blow it up.
The starter fluid.
Yeah, starter fluid in the horn.
So who restored it? Because you said it was restored.
So the original restoration in the 80s, Kilworth College Auto Body restored it. And then he had Burroughs Collision Center restore it. Because they didn't do a very good job. The kids didn't. Yeah. So Burrow redid it in like the 90s. And the most recent one was in 2014. A guy named Colby Elliott. He did a frame off on this thing and completely pulled it apart.
Do you know how often y'all have to rebuild the engine? Like, I've heard it's every 100,000 miles that you have to redo those.
To my knowledge, he hasn't. The engine hasn't been opened up since he's had it.
Yeah.
I know he had the radiator and the gas tank redone. The engine is everything with it. Who knows how many miles it has on it?
Yeah. You've changed the transmission fluid, right?
I have not.
Okay, so when you change that transmission and differential fluid, I know in the Model Ts you use 600 weight oil, which is not really 600 weight because they changed the standards in the 30s. It's equivalent to modern 250 weight oil, but you can get it on Snyder's, and you have to put it in the transmission and differential, or else your gears in there will have no oil. So it's very important. Gotcha. Oil to a car is like blood to a human. So.
Yeah, I haven't done anything. We haven't drove it a whole lot. I know he put he changed the generator out and put an alternator on it. I remember when I was real little, they pulled the hand crank off the front, and I think that's when they put. Did they come with starters?
Yeah.
They came with a starter with the stuff.
But they would have pulled the crank off probably because they didn't want to risk breaking your arm.
Okay.
Because it can kick back and rip your thumbs off and stuff.
I remember when they came out and he had someone come out and pull that off. And then he did something with the gearing. Because now it runs about 45 to 50. And I think factory they were probably more like 35, 40.
Yeah. He probably changed the differential gear ratio.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know when they took it on that trip around Texas, they wanted to go a little faster than 35. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get with you to find out, just like order that stuff for the transmission. I need to get that changed out. I probably need to change the rear depth fluid on it.
Have you recently given it an oil change? There's no oil filters in here, so it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
You wanna these cars like oil changes. The more you change it, the longer the car lasts. But if your oil is black, that's not good.
Yeah, I've probably only driven this car 100 miles.
Do you know when the last time the oil change was changed?
I do not. I know it needs to be done. Excuse me.
Yeah. Now, let me put this side. No, that's black.
Yeah.
And also, you can tell if you're going to have to do engine work in the future or not, because you'll get, like, when you drain the oil, if you see the metal in the oil and stuff, that means the engine work is coming up.
Yeah, so I'm a pilot by hobby, and we took, they're pretty much taking with the aircraft engine. You gotta split the filter apart, look for any metal in the filter on it.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So like the last plane I owned was a 58 model Beechcraft Bonanza, and to think like that plane's only was 29 years new. Those guys down here at West County, that's what they do, is rent a hangar, and a lot of people that build planes. Hangar rent is cheap. Around here, we're fortunate.
Yeah.
Not being Dallas, Houston.
Yeah. So you just rent a hangar and build one? Or?
Yeah, so like aircraft hangar like here in Rusk County, I think it's $175 a month for like a 30 by 40 hangar.
Yeah, because I'm wanting to build like a reproduction of the Wright brothers plane.
Yeah, I would talk to somebody there in Jacksonville and see if there's any open like hangar space that you're wanting to build a plane. And typically there is. There's somebody that's got spare space in their hangar or something like that to build one.
Well, I guess this thing works now.
Yeah, good to go. Yeah, what do I owe you?
You don't owe me. It's fine.
No, man, you came out here and...
Okay, well, if you'll drive it to come see me in Jacksonville, then we'll call it even.
Alright, I'll drive it to Jacksonville. Man, let me pay you for your time. You came over here.
Okay, you don't have to.